Welcome to A Veil of Crime. In every age, power protects itself first. Some stories survive because they are sacred. Others survive because they are warnings. The crucifixion is often framed as a spiritual event, but beneath theology lies a state decision, a choice made not to punish a crime, but to prevent unrest. Rome could tolerate belief but not influence, and that is what made Jesus dangerous in the eyes of empire. Judea in the early 1st century was a pressure chamber of uneasy alliances. Rome controlled the land through military presence, while the temple leadership, particularly the Sadducean priestly aristocracy, maintained religious order in exchange for cooperation. It was a system built on balance and fear, stability for autonomy, obedience for survival. Into this world stepped Jesus of Nazareth, not a rebel, not a military leader, and not a political agitator, but he drew crowds, and in an occupied state, a crowd is not a congregation. It is potential ignition. Under both Roman and Jewish legal standards, the proceedings were irregular. Testimonies conflicted, evidence did not meet legal threshold, and Pilate himself declared Jesus innocent multiple times, a rare admission recorded in parallel historical sources. Yet the risk was not legal. It was political. If the crowd became unrest, Pilate faced consequences from Rome. So innocence became irrelevant. Order became the priority. The inscription above the cross, King of the Jews, was not a theological statement. It was a legal one. Crucifixion was reserved for enemies of the state. To Rome, his influence, not his actions, created danger. No throne was threatened, only control. Roman crucifixion was more than death. It was display. Naked, exposed, and slow, it served as a billboard of fear. It did not silence the condemned body. It silenced the witnesses. Rome did not kill him because he was lawless, but because he was listened to. Even his executioners recognized the absence of guilt. The cross became less a verdict than a statement. In an empire built on fear, innocence has no jurisdiction. In the end, it was not a sword that killed him. It was fear dressed up as justice. Power took an innocent life to preserve itself, and history still carries the silence of that hill. If stories like this matter to you, if you believe memory is a form of witness, I invite you to subscribe and return for the next chapter, because some truths are only protected when we keep telling them. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to A Veil of Crime for more historical and biblical investigations where power, politics, and human costs collide. Comment below with which story you want to uncover next.